Jason, and once again, thanks for having me on. And well, the news isn't great. I just go over nationally now. We've hit about 115,000 deaths, 2 million positive cases throughout the country, and there's currently about between 800 and 1,000 people dying a day, and there are certainly some new hot spots in Texas and Arizona, a couple of other states. I heard actually 21 states now have kind of increases. So we are far from out of the woods on this virus, unfortunately. And in Kenosha County, as of yesterday, we had 36 deaths and 1,319 positive cases. Now, it does seem to be flattening somewhat in Wisconsin, but I think that it's too early to say that we're out of the woods, and we also don't know exactly what the ramifications will be in terms of people going back into both retail and bars and restaurants. We don't know if that will have an impact. I certainly hope that it doesn't. And also the recent demonstrations, we don't know what impact that will have. Certainly large gatherings of people, that's a dangerous thing, and I would just like to encourage everybody who's going out and demonstrating right now, and I certainly can appreciate the sentiments around the demonstrating, but wear a mask. Kind of an easy thing to do, and it helps not only protect yourself, but also your friends that you're with, and ultimately your friends and family as well. Well, this week has been kind of a busy week once again in terms of initiatives that the state has put out there. I personally contacted a lot of small businesses this week about a grant proposal or a grant offering from the Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation. That grant is due on the starting the 15th. You can put in applications, and 30,000 businesses will be receiving that grant of $2,500 specifically for small businesses. And I would encourage anybody who is interested in that program to, first of all, go to their webpage, Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation, and find the information on that grant. And I would really encourage people to get it out on the 15th, because even though 30,000 is a lot of businesses, I'm sure that eventually, and probably won't take too long, that the grant program will run out of money. So I would certainly encourage Kenosha small businesses to take part in that. And also, Kenosha Area Business Alliance is also kind of handling some a grant and loan program that's sponsored by the city, and also Snap-on Tools is participating, as well as other manufacturers in town. So there's quite a bit of activity there. The governor just announced that there will be $40 million going out to hospitals who were negatively impacted with the coronavirus. A lot of times, a lot of non-emergency surgeries were canceled, and I would also just encourage people that if you need to have surgery, I would certainly encourage you to go ahead and have that done. Our hospitals are probably safer than ever. They certainly know this is the situation that they're in, and they're open for business. And I would not encourage people to prolong surgeries or getting your health tended to, because this is a time that we all certainly want to stay healthy. Now, going into the fall is, I guess, the big question, and nobody knows the answer to that. Nobody's got that crystal ball, but certainly there are a lot of epidemiologists and modeling programs that say that we most likely be hard hit, and there's certainly places in the world where that is happening. Now, South America is a real hot spot, and Europe seems to be in it, but everybody is expecting that we may be in for kind of a wild ride later on in the fall. So I would just like to remind people that it's still ultimately safer to be at home. Make sure that people wash their hands, and whenever you're in public, I know that this has become a little bit controversial, but it's kind of an easy thing to do to wear a mask, not only to protect yourself, but also the people that are around you. So I would certainly still encourage that for when you're out and about, but also take advantage of this great weather that we've been having. Get outside and walk the dog or go for a walk in one of our great local or state or county parks. We certainly are blessed to have all of them, and this weather has certainly been outstanding. So get out and about and enjoy this beautiful weekend. And, I guess I'll close, Jason, by talking a little bit about the crisis situation that a lot of people find themselves in. And I know it's been hard for a lot of people with advanced age or immune system situations that they don't feel safe going outside. This has gotten to be, this is a long period of time to be kind of in your home alone for a lot of people, and I would encourage people that are having difficulties to call 1-800-985-5990. And the other thing, we have seen an uptick in opiate overdoses lately, and apparently there is a bad batch of heroin, probably laced with fentanyl that's around that is causing a lot of problems. And undoubtedly, the added stress of this crisis that we're in is probably undoubtedly having an impact on people doing things that they shouldn't. And I certainly would caution people against that. And this comes really it's really unfortunate that this is going on, because we had just been making great strides in terms of the opiate crisis in Kenosha. We actually had reduced opiate deaths by 30%, and way above the state average. And this was through a combination of different initiatives, both of the county and the state and the city. And we really want to encourage people to stay safe and stay healthy during this period of time. And if you need some help with alcohol or drugs or any other crisis situation, go ahead. And once again, that number is 1-800-985-5990. And Jason, thanks again, and I'm sure that we'll have something to talk about next week. But meanwhile, stay healthy, stay well.